Ma, can you give us a full introduction for the purpose of those who might not know you? Can you tell us a bit about yourself, your full names, and your background?
Yeah, I'm Diane Gashumba. I'm the ambassador of Rwanda to the Nordic countries since September 2021. And I'm a medical doctor, a pediatrician by career. And I served as a pediatrician for many years in Rwanda. And I practiced in 3 hospitals, Kigali Teaching Hospital and 2 district hospitals. I moved to public health in 2009, and I worked for an international foundation, Elizabeth Glaser Pediatric Foundation, and Chemonix International, supported by USAID. And my main responsibility was to support the Minister of Health by then, especially in the domain of maternal child health. I was appointed by His Excellency President Kagame as a Minister of Gender and Family Promotion, and later on as a Minister of Health, a position I held for 4 years before being appointed ambassador here in the Nordic countries.
Wow, quite a huge CV. I mean, I couldn't really follow up when you were reeling out your CV, what you did in the past. But I'm sure that being a minister is quite different from being an ambassador. Or are there any similarities? What has changed since you moved over to being the ambassador of Rwanda to Sweden or to the Scandinavia?
The main difference is that, being a minister, your responsibility is to elaborate policies, but also make sure that these policies are implemented in Rwanda. And being an ambassador is to promote the country. The main responsibility is to promote the country, to promote these policies and the vision of the country, but also to promote the cooperation between Rwanda and the Nordic countries, and to strengthen the existing bilateral relations, and also to work with the Rwanda community in these countries to make sure that they are aware of the vision of the country and the progress and the journey. They are part of the journey, being away from home, but make sure that they remain close to their country, and they protect the brand, the country, but also they protect the culture, and their children are raised outside Rwanda, but within the Rwandan values, and they preserve them, and the name of Rwanda is preserved, and the values of our country.
It has been the spirit of celebrating the African woman and what we can do and how we can do it better. Tell us about today's event.
Yeah, today we are celebrating the International Women's Day here in Stockholm, and it is celebrated by the Rwandan community, specifically the Rwandan Association of Women, Rwandan women here in Sweden. It's a big day because gender equality, women empowerment, girls empowerment, and putting an end to gender discrimination is one of the brands of our country, of Rwanda, of our leadership. As you know, we are in a patriarchal society, and before 1994, women in Rwanda were discriminated. They were not allowed to, for example, undertake some studies like sciences and medicines. They were not allowed to become engineers, and some jobs were not for them. They were good at staying home, preparing food for their husband, and was really, they were discriminated.
Yes.
But with the leadership of Rwanda, specifically with our President Kagame believes in women. He believes in gender equality, and it's not about politics, it's not about speeches. He really walked the talks. He walks the talk, and we have many examples. So today we are really celebrating the move, the journey, and the achievement. I will give some examples. Today, when it comes to education, there is no barrier, no limit for women. They can undertake any study they want, any faculty they want, and they were empowered and educated in this spirit to make sure that every woman, every girl in Rwanda um, is convinced that she's capable. She's capable and she has equal right to all opportunities as boys, as men. And when, for example, it comes to properties, in the past, before 1994, women didn't have any right to inherit from their own families and even from the families they are married in. But today, it's 50%, 50% right to properties, and women can use these properties, especially lands. They can use lands as guarantees for them
To get loans.
In banks. So there are plenty good examples of what Rwanda has achieved
Yes.
under his leadership.
And I also want you to confirm something for us. We heard that the Rwandan government has 50 or more than 50% women inclusiveness. How true is that?
Yeah, I'll give an example that is known by everyone. Rwanda is the first country with the highest number of or proportion of women in the parliament. We count 62% of women in the parliament.
Wow.
But it's not only in the parliament, even in the cabinet, 51% are women, and in the justice system, the same, 50%. But it started with education because we care about polity. It's not a matter of having a big number. It's not about numbers. It's a polity. We really wanted to make sure that women participate, women are actors, women are no longer like passive observers. So we educated them, and there was a reform in the education system. We developed education policies that were aiming at bridging the gaps, and it came from education to employment and to other sectors. For example, when we go to parliament to advocate and to request a budget, before the budget of each ministry is approved, it has the members of parliament make sure that every budget has what we call a gender statement. We call it gender budget responsive. So each ministry has to prove how the budget the minister is advocating for, is asking for, will respond to bridging any existing gaps in terms of gender.
And then coming to Europe, the Rwandan woman in Europe. How do you see the Rwandan woman in Europe? Is she meeting up to challenges? Are there areas she can improve upon? What are the chances of the Rwandan woman in Europe?
Rwandan women in Europe, the good thing, for example, here in the Nordic countries, they are in association. They have an association that gathers all Rwandan women and with their children, with the husband, so they support each other, and it keeps them within this spirit of being Rwandan, this pride of being Rwandan. So we meet regularly. We don't wait for celebrations to meet. We meet to teach our children our language, the Kinyarwanda, and we meet to teach them about our culture, traditional dances and songs and art. So it's a good thing because it's always a good opportunity for Rwandans to gather together, being away from our homeland. We miss our country, but when we sit together, you wouldn't tell we are in Sweden. So we try to integrate ourselves into this society, which is not always easy. But the good thing is that almost all Rwandans living here, they have a job. So they live a very decent life. And they are proud of being Rwandans wherever they pass, wherever they are, whether you see them, you see proud people, you see disciplined people, you see people who are really Rwandans, true Rwandans, and you can read this pride in their face and in everything they undertake.
I just want to say that there's this myth out there that Rwandan women are the most beautiful in Africa. I've never seen a Rwandan that's not beautiful. What is the secret? And I must say that you are very beautiful, man.
Beauty is subjective, so it depends on
You,
who
from the
says
man's
so.
eyes.
And to me, the beauty is not physical.
Okay.
Beauty is a whole.
Okay.
Is a character, is the value, is the culture, but also physics if you want.